Hi, my name is Yesenia Huter, and I am doing a presentation on the nonprofit company Active Minds. This presentation will explore how Active Minds, a company that currently helps campuses and high schools, can serve employees and help bring mental health awareness to the workplace. Active Minds is an organization that I admire because it allows students to come together to talk about their mental health illnesses, and it allows students to raise awareness for mental health. And they also educate the campus community on mental illnesses. And I think that is excellent because there are not a lot of organizations that are dedicated to talking about mental health. A lot of organizations in the United States, they would rather avoid this topic. So I think having an organization such as this is crucial, especially as I begin to take the steps towards starting my very own Active Minds group on Rutgers Camden campus. So Active Minds is an incredible support for students. And I'll talk a bit about how it could also be beneficial for employees as well. Mental illness is rampant in the United States. About 45.8 million people suffer from some form of mental illness, whether it's depression or anxiety or PTSD. And mental illness also tends to impact employees because 18% of employees experience the symptoms of a mental health disorder. And many of these employees, they're scared to speak out because if they speak out about their mental illness, they will risk losing their job. And also, depression, it's one of the highest mental illnesses, or one of the most prevalent. And I found that depression is highest among middle aged female employees. These women, they're aged about 40 to 59. They have the highest rates of depression. And mental illness could be particularly damaging to the workplace because mental illness, they reduce productivity at work. A lot of employees will miss work days due to their mental illness. So it is very damaging to the workplace. Active Minds is an organization that I admire because it allows students to come together to talk about their mental health illnesses, and it allows students to raise awareness for mental health. And they also educate the campus community on mental illnesses. And I think that is excellent because there are not a lot of organizations that are dedicated to talking about mental health. Um, a lot of a lot of organizations in the United States, they would rather avoid this topic. So I think having an organization such as this is crucial, especially as I begin to take the steps towards starting my very own Active Minds group on Rutgers Camden campus. So Active Minds is an incredible support for students. And I'll talk a bit about how it could also be beneficial for employees as well. One of the best things about Active Minds is that it's allowed individuals, particularly young adults, to talk about mental illness. And as a result, it's created a campus environment that is not judgmental. It's helped change how people view mental illness, and it's given students the tools to reach out to other students and improve their lives, or to help improve their lives and give them ways to cope. The organization is incredible because it's helped 450 campuses and 5.4 million students. So I think what Active Minds is doing is excellent, and I would like to explore how this organization expands to help adults in the same way that it helps students. Mental health stigma is a huge barrier for not only students but employees, because employees who have mental health illnesses are viewed as the ones that caused their problems. It's their fault that they have depression and anxiety. And they're also viewed as people who they have to be told what to do constantly. They can't do anything on their own, and they're very irresponsible. Employees with mental health are also, they're less productive. They have more sick days because they have difficulty coping, and their workplace is not very supportive of their issues. So they don't have a lot of social support, and they're also more likely to be avoided by other employees. And unfortunately, they're also feared by their employees. And I will examine how Active Minds could address these issues in the workplace and address mental stigma as well. Active Minds, they already have the resources to help employers to educate employees on mental illness. They have tabling kits, workshops, videos, and they also have Validate, Appreciate, and Refer, which educates employees on mental illness. The, the website, they even offer tips on how to help employers support employees, such as providing access to personal health days, which I think would allow employees to be much more productive at their job, and encouraging employers to lead by example, which means that employers, they they need to avoid speaking negatively about mental illnesses, like saying that someone is acting too bipolar, or joking that someone is schizophrenic. So I think they already have the tools, and I want to examine how Active Minds can go even further to assisting employers in the workplace. The first thing I think Active Minds could do to provide a more supportive workplace, or to help employers provide a more supportive workplace, is a peer support group. Unfortunately, Active Minds does not offer peer support groups, but Active Minds can help employees find resources that have worked for others. They can reduce signs of stress among employees. Active Minds can help employees to get the help that they need, such as seeing a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and getting something such as antidepressants, so that employees can deal with their mental illnesses early and prevent tragedies from occurring, such as the rise in shootings that have been happening. Employees, they need to be part of the solution. They need to help their peers to cope with mental illness, instead of making fun, or talking negatively about them, or even spreading rumors. And this also goes into the next point, which speaks about decreasing tolerance of unhealthy behaviors. So it's a shame that Active Minds does not have these peer support groups. I think that these groups would be very successful in allowing employees to become educated on mental health issues. Another way that Active Minds can benefit the workplace is that they can encourage employers to offer activities that employees are interested in, such as, for example, therapy logs, trivia games about mental illness, seminars on mental illness, just something that people enjoy doing, or even meditation exercises. And I think employees will benefit from leading their own chapters or their own peer groups, because this will allow them to know that their struggles are acknowledged, and that employers are dedicated to helping employees getting through their struggles. And I think Active Minds can help employees to validate their issues and help them realize that it's okay to talk about their issues instead of staying quiet. And mental health awareness will definitely help employees to know that it's okay to talk about mental health issues. The expansion of Active Minds will allow more individuals to know that there are resources out there and tools that can help them in their struggles, that there are ways to help lift them out of their struggles. And I think this expansion could help more people to reach out to not only other students, but allows adults to reach out to other adults. And I think this will reinforce positive relationships between employees and employers. And this will allow employers to realize that they are basically saving the lives of their employees and helping their employees to overcome their issues. And I think that this expansion could help eliminate the stigma, concerning mental health illness, and it'll finally get people talking. So this expansion could help millions of people who need help with mental health issues. Active Minds helps so many students, but I think the organization could help so many more people, such as college professors. A lot of people who have mental illnesses, they also have substance abuse issues, and they often take these issues into work. And the substance issues, they cause more problems for employees. So I think if Active Minds could expand into the workplace, I think this will provide so many people with the tools to not only talk about their mental illness, but also to deal with their substance abuse issues. And this will allow them to figure out why they are going through substance abuse issues. And again, this expansion could save so many lives. So I think that if they choose to expand, this will not only help the organization, but it'll help so many people to overcome addictions. So I want to end by saying that I hope that Active Minds will eventually expand and provide a service and a support system that will allow employees to be productive.